Good morning, children. Hope you all are doing well and studying well. Children, we have already started our lesson number 4, that is the minstrel song. Children, I have told you minstrel means musicians who specially sing heroic poetry. Up till now, we have read that there is a king named Rene and he has a beautiful wife named Imogen. To please her beloved, to please her beautiful wife, he had called his royal messengers and sent them in every corner of his country to call the best minstrels to perform at the royal court. And now, all the minstrels, after getting the message, they are moving towards the royal court and they are talking to each other what they are going to present in the royal court today. So, now, children, read with me, be attentive. See, then they hurried on left harmonious. And he stood under the trees and listened for heard something very sweet. At last he knew that it was the wind singing of its travels through the world wide, telling how it raced over the blue sea, tossing the waves and rocking the white ships, and hurried on to the hills, where the trees made harps of their branches, and then how it blew down into the valleys, where all the flowers danced gaily in time to the time. So, children, first of all, see the word of meaning gaily. It means in a happy and lively way. So, now, children, see the paragraph. Then they hurried on and left harmonious. Now, all the minstrels they keep on hurrying. They were in hurry, they were not ready to stop and listen to anything. And they left harmonious there only. And he stood under the trees and listened. So Harmonious heard something and he stuck over there and he kept hearing the noises. For he heard something very sweet. Because something sweet came into his ears and he was attracted towards the noise, and he decided to stop there for a while. At last, finally, he knew that it was the wind singing of its travels through the wide world. And finally, after paying attention, after concentrating, he came to know that it is the noise of the wind who is telling its story about its travel through the wide world, how she travels, what things it come across is. It is telling its travel story, telling how it raised over the blue sea, how it rises over the wide blue sea, how it covers the sea, tossing the waves, throwing the waves lightly. Tossing the waves, tossing means throwing something lightly, tossing the waves and rocking the white ship, and hurried on to hills, crossing the waves, tossing them, crossing the white ships, and it hurriedly, speedily move on to the hills. So this is how the wind is traveling. Where the trees made harps of their branches. Where the trees made harp of their branches. Harp is an musical instrument. And then how it blew down into the valleys. It is rising up, it is crossing a lot of things, and how it blew when it comes to valleys, how it blew downwards, where all the flowers danced gaily in time to the tune. And where it watches all the flowers are dancing happily and in a lively way in time to the tune. So it seems that flowers, when it comes, it seems that they are dancing with some tune. Now, next, what happened? Harmonious could understand every word. Whatever the wind was trying to say, he was getting it. So now, see, in these beautiful lines, the wind describes herself. Nobody follows me where I go. So, children, I here is wind. It is speaking. Nobody follows me. Wherever I go, there is no one to follow me. Over the mountains or valleys below, whether I'm traveling over the mountains or the valleys below, I'm all alone. Nobody is following me. Nobody sees where the wild winds blow. Where they blow, the winds are sometimes wild, sometimes they blow very smoothly. So nobody knows from where we come and where we go. Only the Father in heaven can know. The Father in heaven represents God. So finally she says that only God knows from where we come and where we settle down. Nobody else knows anything about us. Then what happened? That was the chorus of the wind's song. So that was a part. Chorus is a part. It's only a short part of the song sung by the wind. Harmonious listened until he knew the whole song from beginning to end. So what the author has presented in our book, it is only few part of the wind song, but Harmonious actually listened to the whole song from beginning to end. And then he ran on and soon reached his friends, who were still talking of the grand sights they were to see. As usual, he joined his friends. He ran from there because he was getting late. So, as usual, his friends were earlier talking what they are going to present in the court. They were now also discussing about that things, and one more thing added on. Now they were thinking what visuals, what beauty of the royal court they will be seeing in few minutes. So they were discussing about that. We shall see the king and speak to him, said the old minstrel. Now, the oldest minstrel said, we'll see the king and we'll talk to him. So, they were very much eager to meet the king. And his golden crown and the queen's jewels. What more they will see? They will see the golden crown of the king and the beautiful jewels of the queen, added the youngest. So, the youngest minstrel added on to this. And Harmonious had no chance to tell of the wind's song, although he thought about it time and again. And what was going in the mind of Harmonious? The song of wind which he had heard. He was also very eager to tell them about the wind song. Time and again he tried so that he can explain, he can express his views. But as they were continuously busy in talking their own things, they were discussing their own matters, so he didn't get time.